take it away. Go.
Okay. Yeah. So welcome to today's webinar. This is the daily currency call webinar where Jin shares his analysis and ideas for a specific currency each day. So just going through each currency. On Monday, it's the Aussie and New Zealand. On Tuesday, it's the Euro. Wednesday is the Pound. Thursday is the Yen and Gold. And Friday is the Canadian and oil. So before we start today's session, which is the Yen and Gold, do help me answer this poll, just so we know, is this your first time attending the webinar? First time.
I do know there are a few people who are here for the first time, so yeah. It is anonymous. We can't pick on you after you click on yes. So don't worry, just click away.
Okay, well, while you guys are answering the poll, just let me tell you guys a little bit more about the webinar for the first timers. This webinar is catered to the long-term investors as well as the short-term traders. Jin will go through what could move prices, possible trade ideas, and also highlighting targets and risk. So just a quick disclaimer, any information shared during this session is not intended to be a trade recommendation. It is solely the opinion and views of the speaker. So please remember to do your own analysis prior to entering any trades. So a little introduction about Jin. Jin is the founder of LCMS Traders and Forex Briefcase. He's the head coach at LCMS Traders. And for Forex Briefcase, he manages an account of US $7 million on a daily basis for his clients. I will put up a few links later for you guys if you want to check out what Forex Briefcase is. He's also an international speaker speaking in countries like UK, US, Australia, Malaysia, Indonesia. So I'm Jin Wei, and I've known Jin for about 3 years now. First as a student and now as a business partner. Jin has helped me a lot in terms of trading psychology. So for the first timers here, really, I mean, get your notebooks out and everything, get ready for a good session for today. Yeah, so before I pass it to Jin, let me look at the poll. Oh, we only have 2. I'm pretty sure we have more first timers here, but it's okay. I'll just go on to the next poll. Yeah, just do me a favor and answer this question. How did you get here, so that we can know what are the marketing channels that work.
Again, it's like the stock market. You see the charts moving.
Yeah.
Just wanted to also do a quick question to all of you. You can put it in, I don't have a poll for this, but you can put it in the chat, right? Hi, Vishal. You know, we are slowly, hopefully, fingers crossed, looking to get out of this circuit breaker soon. You know, some of us might or might not be able to go to work. I don't know. You know, if you can work from home, that kind of things. How does the 11 o'clock currency call work for you? If we continue at this time, would you still be able to turn on and turn up? Or should we shift the timing when we start going back to work? Because it'll be sad. It's nice now that we're getting about 30-something, 40-something people turning up. You know, on some days, it'll be terrible if once we all go back to work and I'm sitting here talking to Daniel, Kenneth, Jinwei, and Jonathan alone. We talk to each other too much already, so I don't want to talk to them even more. Vishal, you're based in London. I was just attending a session in the UK last night, a Zoom call last night at 3 a.m. I know how you feel. I know how you feel. We will try and shift, or get you the recordings as soon as possible. That might help a little bit. All right, Vishal. Well, send them the recording. Send them recording. I did tell my Zoom call attendees yesterday at 3 a.m. that it was too early for me as well at 3 a.m. And they said, well, So I appreciate you for joining us at this early in the morning. I hope that what you listen here has been and will be and has been profitable for you. All right, so we have a good spread of people coming in from Facebook Live. Again, we are live on Facebook in Forex Trading Asia. I'm looking at you, Robbie. You know, help me click share. And a few more. I know Jin already has. Thank you for that. So for everyone else, click share, click share, click share. Let's get 340 people on this call next week instead of 34. All right. Those of you on Telegram, thank you so much. I know you have been following the signals. I know they have been profitable for you. You know, that's why you're probably one of the reasons why you're on this call. So, you know, let's get some analysis going through, not just looking at the signals and jumping into trades. Trader Club members, my regulars, friends who shared, and some from the emails. Awesome. Okay, so as more people start, this groups would be very high possible to increase bigger. Yeah, I know. You know, we want this group to be as big as possible, all with your help, all with your help, only through with your help. All right. So let's get started today. Today is about yen and gold. And as I always say, what is it? What is it? It's yen and gold is the reserve currency and reserve commodity day. I saw Robbie gave me the date. Look, we got, wait, what? What? Well, it's reserve currency, reserve commodity day. Safe haven, yes, that's right. LGH, Lee Gim Hong. Okay, so let's get started. Let's get started without further ado. All right, so once I start talking, I was a bit low energy, but once I start talking about currencies, you see what happens. As usual, Zoom chat, put any questions you have there. One of the guys will reach out, will read it and tell me that there are questions. They will tell me who's asked the questions. So put it in there. If you are joining us on Facebook Live, you know, put your questions in the comments. Leave me a comment as well. One of the guys will reply to you. Or I will check back after that, and I'll also get back to you if you have asked any questions or have any concerns. So, US yen on the daily time frame. Okay, this is a daily chart for US dollar against Japanese yen. Looking at it, hey, it's the same rhetoric that I've been saying over and over for the past couple of weeks. It's still sitting at the 107.09, is at 107.66 now. It's still sitting at that range, that zone, deciding whether it's likely to bounce up higher or to shoot down lower, right? For it to go up higher, what needs to happen? For it to go up in this direction, this fashion, right? We need to see either a weaker Japanese yen or a stronger US dollar or both. For it to come down from this point, for it to go past this support level and lower, we need to see a stronger stronger yen or a weaker US dollar. So what are we likely to see here? Based on my some slight understanding and expectations, I think we might see it go up. Okay, we might see it go up with some triggers coming through tomorrow. So I'll tell you what the triggers are, but you know, I'll be saying a lot about this trigger. Likely it's going to happen tomorrow. I do expect it to go up, but I also do not think that it is going to go from 107.66 to 112, right? I don't think that we're going to see that 400 pip move upwards. Unlikely. All right, I missed the days where I traded the yen to 125.50, you know, and all you did was buy the yen. Those are slightly gone now, right? So with the US yen, I think that we could see it go up towards about that level. So about that level, the 109.15. So maybe a good 150 pip upwards with a stop of about 100. So not fantastic risk reward. So about 100 pip stop to 150 pips take profit. Okay, that's possible for tomorrow, after tomorrow's trigger. For it to move downwards, I wouldn't be so interested because it's probably, if it does come down, it probably will hit this line or go within this zone and bounce around, and then have no real clear direction. So I wouldn't be so interested. If it does break as well, it probably will need to go past that point. Let me just take that one away. Just change the line, right? So if it does break below and it goes past this point, it does have about 150 pip move downwards before I get possibly interested in selling the US yen. And this is where it would be terrible. If I do sell it at this point, my stop loss would be about 180, maybe even 200 pips, with a take profit of about 340, 345, 300 pips. So risking 200 to make 300 is still a positive RR, but it's not as attractive. It probably will take a lot more effort, a lot more time for that to happen. So I'm not super keen on the US yen on downside possibilities. I'm looking for it more on upside move. Straightforward? Yes, yes. Okay. So, my neighbor's starting to drill, so the sound might get affected a little bit. Just have to speak up. So we see that based on the price action, we also can, based on H4, see some upward move coming in, but today possibly going to sit a little bit across, a little bit upwards. It might fluctuate in this zone before going up. Okay, so not much until tomorrow. Good. Thumbs up if it's good. Okay, thank you, Derek. So US yen done. Euro yen. Look at Euro yen. When I looked at Euro yen, I was looking for a trade there. I was super excited, one, and also disappointed. Why? Because when I looked at the Euro yen, the last few times I looked at the Euro yen, I told you that if it broke below this level, it could go, this brown line broke below, it could go there, and it did. So the first time it did. Second time I thought it would bounce back off and come back down, didn't. And now it's gone off up above the 11640 level and higher. Now it's at 118 flat, right? So why did it shoot up? It's actually shot up because of the weakness or the strength in the euro dollar, right? It's strength in the euro dollar, which pushed this up. I do think that we could see at this point not much of a trade, because it could go up and hit that level 11940, not super keen, or go back down towards the 11640 level, again not super keen, mainly because of risk reward in general. Right, so if it went down, I'll be risking about 190 pips to try and make 150. Terrible. Or if it went up, I'm trying to make 120 and risking like 200 over pips. Right, not the best risk rewards, or not good risk rewards at all. So not interested in a trade at this point for the euro yen. However, given yet tomorrow's triggers, possible triggers tomorrow, and how the euro has been looking at some strength, I would be looking to see whether the euro yen could move up above the 11940 level, right? Move above that 11940 level and see whether we could have a possible, 70 pip stop with a 200 pip take profit. Fair enough. Good. How's the sound going? Okay. All right. So looking at this on H4 in the euro yen, we might still see it move across a little bit. It might come down a little bit. I still think that tomorrow, let me move this a little bit more. All right, tomorrow we will see that upward move. Maybe even if it does come down a little bit, we might see that happen. Come down a little bit, move across, or come down a little bit before an upward move tomorrow. Okay. Pound yen on the daily time frame is starting to look very interesting. Very possible trade idea here. Again, remember the disclaimer. I'm just telling you my trade ideas. You have to do your own analysis. Pound yen, I see that it's gone down and then bounced back up, moved across. Now it looks like it's testing to move down again. It's testing the 130.87 level, right? If it does break below this level, I could see further downside towards the 126.55 level, okay? With that downside possible there. However, I don't think it's going to happen straight away. As the same thing I've been talking about, the triggers. We might see some upside move in the yen, so we might see some moving up a little bit. However, for the pound yen, I think that with how the pound has been moving, we might see it move across. We might see it test this level quite a little bit more at 103.87. Test that level, and then after that maybe come down given the pound weakness in pound. Okay, so I would say that it's probably going to sit there a little bit before possibly coming down from that level. It has to break below 130.87. On the H4 time frame, it reminds me that I need to move my lines a bit more realistically. And that noise pollution, right? So we could see that move a little bit down and across, testing that support level at 130.87, moving off if it breaks that support level. Why I like the pound yen, actually a lot of my older students will know that I never really liked trading the pound yen that much. I was actually more keen on trading the US yen before, but you know, pound yen has given us a lot more volatility over the recent times because look at what the pound has been doing. This is I'm touching on the pound, so because of pound yen, what the pound has been doing. Yesterday we said that it was likely to go up or move across a little bit before coming back down. Did exactly that, move across a little bit, and now it's trying to come down. I'm hoping that it will come down and retest this support level as according to my brown line, and then possibly break lower. Okay, why is this happening? I will jump into this. Okay, so why is that happening? Why did the pound move slightly across and then come down? LCMS Traders Club, I'll tell you more about that slightly later. I shared this 11 hours ago, so almost 12 hours ago. So last night at about 10, 11 o'clock, this was a testimonial that the Bank of England did, and they continued talking about negative rates from the Bank of England. So I did that, negative rates for the Bank of England. We could see further downside for pound-related currency pairs, right? However, it might not drop straight away or have lasting impact as it's already at multi-year lows. So something to pay attention to. I have put in snippets of the testimonial there as well, so you can check it out with the key points there. So Louis, I know you are watching, I know you're listening. This is how I pick out key points about news events and what I want to pay attention to. I summarize it here for you. I was thinking about Louis when I was doing this, because we were just talking about how to analyze news. So I posted it here. This is LCMS Traders Club. It is a private group, right? So a few of you have joined already. I hope everyone will join. $49 a month or $199 a year. You know, some of you are considering, should I join for a month or a year? I would say join for a year straight away. If you are serious about your trading, you want to be profitable, you want to make money consistently, you have to join this, because this is where I give you all my thoughts, my ideas as it comes up, my interpretation of news. For example, that when I was reading the news, I just started cropping out parts that I thought was important, put it in with my interpretation. You know, so a lot of times you'll be reading and going, what does this mean? There's the meanings there for you. A lot of you are from Telegram channel, So we not only signal out the signals to the Telegram channel, the trades to the Telegram channel, we put it in the LCMS Traders Club first. So it goes in here first, then we give you all the analysis behind it as well. Why Daniel Signal does most of the signals with the team of trade signalers that we have. He does the analysis of why buy or sell, the economic reasons behind it, the trend, the support, resistance, the indicators, and then the news which could come up to drive it higher or lower. So all the reasons behind it to help you not only make money by copying a trade, make money by learning how to trade. So you learn by understanding our strategy. Stop loss, take profit levels 1, 2, and 3 are there. You know, if it hits stop loss, we will tell you it hits stop loss. If it goes to take profit 1, we will tell you, hey, take profit 1, get out, or hold to take profit 2, or hold to take profit 3, right? So with this, you're not just copying a trade, you're not left alone. You're guided through the whole thing, okay? We have coaching sessions. We had this on Wednesday night, talking about how to look at news events. So I remember, that's why I remember Lewis's questions about reading the news, and then I give you more info there. A lot of signals analysis. Parliament TV is there. Kenneth is over there with the Mickey Mouse t-shirts, right? So Kenneth does an update at 9 p.m. Telling you whether my currency analysis is still valid after all the market movements, whether it's still valid. So giving you a quick update on the analysis, you know, more signals, watch list, blogs, all the analysis and info there. All right. So TP3, close your trade. TP2, hold. So it's all there. You know, there is also a Traders Challenge competition. If you join and trade together with us and Trade FX, there's a $2,000 cash prize every month. We are coming to the end of the month. I think tomorrow I'll talk about who is leading right now. But there is a $2,000 cash prize. It's not credit. It's not there for fun. It's really cash that you can withdraw. I know in this call there are several winners already. Okay, so make sure you join. It is only going to be beneficial to your trading. Okay, jumping into the triggers. We have Forex Factory here. A lot of Euro news. I've spoken about the Euro news on Euro Day. I spoke about it on Pound Day as well. I'm not going to talk about it today. Check out the video if you want to know more about the Euro news. However, what I want to talk about is tomorrow's Bank of Japan monetary policy statement and rate decision. It is a bit of a surprise. They did not, it was not scheduled. Well, it is scheduled. It's not that much of a surprise, but it's outside of their usual schedule, right? So my team of analysts sent me a quick update as well. Okay, so Bank of Japan policy rate expected to hold, you know, unchanged at minus 0.1%. However, it is likely that new measures will be announced in an aid to help and the Japanese economy in tackling the negative impact caused by COVID. You know, Bank of Japan will be likely to hold a press conference after the meeting. With this, volatility is expected in US yen or in the yen pairs, right? So what could they talk about? Remember, we spoke so much about possibly doubling the purchases, bond purchases, printing more money. This could come into play. And if they do double, if they do implement more tools for QE, we could see the yen weaken significantly. So tomorrow, it's somewhere between 7:30 a.m. and 2 p.m. The annoying thing about the Bank of Japan is they do not tell you exactly when it is going to be released. It could happen when we are talking about CAD tomorrow, and then the yen starts popping like popcorn, right? So at that point, I put a disclaimer out there. If the yen starts moving when we're doing a currency call tomorrow, I'm logging off and I'll start trading. You know, everyone just trade well, Trader Club members, maybe I will do a Facebook Live and update you, but I will be fixated on the screen. Okay, but I think that it will move, but not going to be super significant. No 500 pip move. I think maybe a 200 pip move would be the most significant that we see. Okay, so this will be something you pay attention to tomorrow. Between 7:30 to 2 p.m. I think usually the Bank of Japan releases at between either 10 o'clock or 12 o'clock. So that's the usual two timings that they release at. So we'll just pay a bit of attention during that time. All right. Give me a big thumbs up if you are happy with everything so far. You can put it. You can put an icon in the. You can do that as well. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So what else do we have to talk about? One more thing to talk about is gold. Gold. Good. You guys are paying attention. Well done. That was a trick. Okay, gold. Why I asked is because not many of you trade gold, apparently, according to last session. Okay, so gold is not super interesting. It's not super interesting, right? So it was sitting in that 1730 and 1692 range. I was saying that if it broke above 1730, we could be looking for 1850. It broke above, made some money out of that trade. Short-term move upwards. That was about a 200 pip move upwards. But it didn't continue. Now it looks like it's coming back into that range again. So if you are holding to any gold buying positions, gold long positions, I wouldn't. I'll get out of my trade. I think that it could come back in to that 1730 1692 range. I actually spoke with one of my friends who deals in gold. He actually does a gold reserve, gold depository. Funnily enough, he doesn't feel that gold has a lot more upside. So when I told him about 1900, 1850, 1900, he was a bit skeptical. So maybe that's where they are they're controlling prices a little bit. So be careful with gold. It could still go to, I still do believe that it could go to 1850. However, it might take a lot of a longer time rather than that straight line upwards. The only reason we could see it go to 1850 in a hurry is if something really serious or bad happens in the US economy, right? Any questions so far? So gold, short and sharp, retracing back into that range, not something I'll be looking at this point in time. No worries, Jason. I'm almost done anyway. So,
yep. Yeah, Jin, just some question for the So you mentioned about tomorrow the Japanese.
You gotta speak up a little bit, mate.
Oh, sorry. You mentioned that tomorrow the Japanese news will be coming up, correct?
Yep.
So I understand that they do have a tendency that you mentioned before, I think several times, that Japan do have a tendency to not confirm the information, but they do say that they are going to do it. So if that's the case, if tomorrow they say they are going to do it, but they have not implemented yet, are we still going to expect to see some 200 pip move, or you might sit there to consolidate again?
Okay, so if understanding your question, if they come out and say, hey, we could do this, we could do that, we are not doing it yet, then we are likely to see some strengthening in the yen because it's going to disappoint the market. People might have already been selling, expecting it to shoot up, buying, expecting to shoot up, trying to get in early, then they come out and disappoint, say they're not going to do anything. It's probably going to come back down. However, they have already been saying that at the last Bank of Japan release. So I do not think they will say that again. The only surprise they might come out and give is that they might do less than people expect. They might not do that double or twice or as much. They might do less and slightly disappoint the market. Does that answer your question, Louis? I can imagine.
Yes.
Okay.
So okay, so if he were to so if it's supposed to give lesser, right? So there will still be move, correct? Or will it still somewhat disappoint the traders?
It will move. It will move. It will still move because we only have 37 people in this call, and there are 37 million trillion people trading. So they're not everyone's getting that insight that you are right now. All right, self plug for myself. So a lot of people are going to look at the release and say, "Oh my God, they have bought extra how many billion trillion yen, it's going to be great news," and then they buy. So a lot of people will be gambling the news. They'll be jumping in before the news. They'll be jumping in when they see any action without understanding. You guys are different. You guys have the understanding. You guys already know when to jump in, when not to jump in, how much profit to take, and how much to get out at.
Understood. Thank you for answering
Good,
my
good.
question.
Bobby's nodding, so Louis is nodding as well. Any other questions? Louis is the spokesperson for all students, all clients. He asked questions for everyone on behalf. Vishal, yesterday we sold pound USD, then sold US yen. This pound USD and then US yen. This seems to be very confusing. Yeah, Vishal. So sometimes I think you're talking about the signals. The signals are entered sometimes on different time frames. They are also entered on with some different levels of risk acceptance as well. So Vishal, I don't think you are a Traders Club members. I think you definitely should join. You get all the analysis in there. You get a lot more of the background behind why we're jumping into those trades. So jump into Traders Club, and then that's all the info there. And also Daniel will do the signal analysis and background, walk through different signals during the Monday weekly calls as well, and also explain more in the comment sections. All right, good stuff. Looking forward to seeing you in the club. Anyone else with questions? Felix, awesome, good stuff. I think you're saying me too, as in you're joining too, so that's good. All right. For anyone on Facebook Live who are asking questions, I haven't checked Facebook Live, right? So I will get back to you if you have any questions. 81261. Can you tell us how Fed Powell will impact US dollar? I think you're talking about the news. Wait, when is it? No, that was yesterday. Oh no, tonight. Friday morning. Friday morning at 2:30, Powell delivering remarks at the Fed Listens event on COVID-19 via satellite, 2:30 a.m. on Friday morning. I don't actually think that news is going to affect the US dollar that much, because his previous comments about how the FOMC will need to do a lot more and possibly do more QE to take on a lot more actions to save the US economy has already impacted the US dollar. So I don't think the 2:30 a.m. news on Friday is going to have super impact. If you are in Singapore, I would suggest sleeping through that news rather than waking up to trade that. Suriname is overall our bias for yen to weaken. Yes, it is. My bias is for yen to weaken. US yen to weaken. Euro yen, read the summary, but Euro yen is likely to maybe go up a little bit. Yen to weaken a little bit, but more because of Euro strengthening. Pound yen, I actually liken it to drop because of pound dragging it lower. Awesome. Thank you, Richard. Another meeting, good stuff. I also have another meeting after this. Alrighty, so everyone's jumping into a different call. So trade safe, trade well, your stuff as cool as you. Thank you, Vishal. You're too kind. All right. Trade safe, you made me blush now. Trade well.
Jin, I just launched the poll to get the review. But it seems everybody is rushing off, so I get the poll done here.
Make sure you
So
do
by
a
the
poll
way-
before you jump away.
Yeah. And by the way, a recording of this
When are you going to
video
Hong
will
Kong,
be.
Vishal? I don't think you're going anytime soon. I hope not. Okay, good stuff. I want to go to the UK. Whereabouts in the UK are you? We were just there in Feb. Oh man, you're living my life. You're living my life. So we were in London. We were in London speaking at the London IMN in Feb, before everything got locked down. So it's quite lucky to do that. All right, so we have another 10 more of you who have not voted. Remember to click vote, vote, vote. And then once you've done that, I know you'll be trading well, trading safe, trading profitably. And thank you for your time. I will look forward to catching you tomorrow, 11 o'clock, or whatever time it is in the UK, to talk about the CAD and oil. You guys are all too kind. Thanks, Ty. Thanks, Danny. Thanks, Vishal again. Thanks, Amy. Thanks, Felix. Hope to see all of you in Traders Club as well. We have a lot more sessions there. Thank you, Robbie. You guys are all awesome. Looking for that 10 more person who have not voted yet. Thanks, Harriet and KK. I like that background, KK. Thanks, Derek. Awesome. Nelson and Felix. Thank you, Felix. Alrighty. See you all. Bye-bye.